And live from P. Taylor Park here, Southern Miss takes game 1 of the doubleheader. They drop game 2. So they get the series. They clinch the series this afternoon with a win over Georgia Southern 9-7. And then this game they lost. The second game they lost 10-8. So wild 2 games there. I'm Dima Mixon here live with Jon'Benet. Kepper, Jackson's not here. He kind of ditched us. But I will say, though, Jon'Benet came in clutch. I think it was the beginning of the second game. She was waiting on a camera lens. I know this has nothing to do with the game, and she brought me Dippin' Dots. And I just was like, man, I just needed Dippin' Dots. We've been here since 12:15. It's 8:15 right now. So we've been here since 12:15. Jon'Benet, we've been here a while. Wild 2 games. I think one of the highlights of the day was probably the scrum out at home plate. Just your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's been a long day for you because, I mean, I got here, I think it was like the 7th inning stretch on the first game. So, yeah, I had just gotten here, and that happened in the 8th or the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, I don't think I probably heard much or saw any more than you did up there in the press box. That just took so much time and made the game so much longer. Very unnecessary. But eventually it got sorted out after the fact because at first I think they had thrown out Wilkes, and then their catcher got put out of the game. And then afterwards they reviewed and decided to put number 6 out. So very chaotic and dramatic, but we got through it and it made for some good pictures. So
yeah, some good pictures, crazy video too. It's kind of going all over Twitter. But anyways, so how the game unfolded, Southern Miss took a significant lead earlier in the afternoon. Georgia Southern battled back. They took the lead ahead 7-6, and then Etzel got on base, and then Dickerson was intentionally walked, and then Slade Wilkes hit the 3-run homer. That was game 1. The 3-run homer right over Raising Cane's fence. Apparently, according to Dustin Dickerson, the pitcher said something to him, and so Dickerson said that he kind of got involved in the game, is how he put it, and kind of set something back. Then there was some pushing and shoving, and eventually the catcher for there, just like you just said, got thrown out. And Wilkes was thrown out originally, which didn't really make sense because he had told us right here, you'll see on the interview if you're watching on our YouTube, that he was in the dugout when that was happening. So I don't know how he can get ejected for being in the dugout. But anyways, that was kind of the shenanigans. But Southern Miss won the first game 9-7. Another good day for Matthew Adams on the mound. I'm a ding-dong, and I did not bring the box score for game 1. I only boxed score of game 2. But Matthew Adams had a solid day on the mound, and Southern Miss hung on to clinch the series win. But Jon'Benet, after the loss tonight, it kind of felt like, oh, yeah, they get the series wins, but you're kind of like leaving discouraged because you lose the final game. You always want to kind of leave. When I play basketball, I would always want to leave the court when I made a shot instead of missed a shot. And they had a shot to sweep, and they missed that chance tonight.
Yeah, I can't really give a full overview, I feel like, because I missed Friday's game. But, yeah, given that the loss happened at the end of the game as well, such a heartbreaker for Southern Miss fans and the Golden Eagles in general, I think it was not expected at first, but then I think just things slowed down and nobody could catch up, and very unfortunate ending, but hopefully they can come back in 2 weeks home. Is it April 4th, I believe?
Yeah, Southeast Louisiana.
So.
Yeah, for sure. So Southern Miss had a 1-run lead in the 9th inning, and they were 1 out away from the game. Or actually, Georgia Southern led off the 9th inning with a home run. It was Noah Ledford led off with a home run. Evans and Weinrich both reached, and then Sam Blancato destroyed a 3-run homer, or 2-run homer, over the same place where the other guy hit a home run to take the lead there, 10-8. And then Southern Miss had an opportunity. They got a guy on second, or rather a guy reached on to first, and then a double play ended the game. So I think one of the concerns, I guess, right now for Southern Miss fans, I think you're honestly really content with the hitting. I think this weekend the hitting was really good. Yesterday's game, 7 hits. Both games today, 10-plus hits. I don't think you can really complain about that if you're a Southern Miss fan. Getting 8-9 runs is about what you expect with this lineup. Multiple home runs in both games today. I think it's exactly what Tanner Hall said last night if you watched the interview. He said that it seems like every time the hitting's going, the pitching's not doing good. And every time the pitching's doing good, the hitting's not doing good. So they're still trying to figure that out of how they can just get both in the same place. And when they do that, I feel like they'll be a really good team.
Yeah, hopefully as the season goes on, maybe they'll get a rhythm going because it's very inconsistent right now, I feel like. But who was not in the lineup today? Did they say somebody wasn't in the lineup who normally is? Is it Pato or somebody? Yeah, maybe he'll get to come back. I know he's in a slump right now, but maybe things will get going better off later in the season, rather.
Yeah, the good news for Southern Miss fans is Christopher Sargent had a good day last night with a home run. Great day today, multiple hits in the first game, and in the second game he got a hit as well as he came in on a run. So it's really important for Southern Miss to get Christopher Sargent back and going, and as you said, Carson Pato back and going, because I mean the rest of the lineup, I mean, if they play like they did tonight, man, that's a pretty good lineup right there. I think one concern for Southern Miss fans, Nico Mazza, your starting pitcher, 2 innings pitched, 4 runs and 4 hits, 2 walks with 2 strikeouts. Just not what you need out of your starting pitcher, and he did that actually last week against Texas State. So that made Southern Miss go into the bullpen way quicker than they were planning to, which really probably led into the loss because Georgia Southern, they're a good team. That team hosted a regional last year at their own place. Yeah, so that's a good team that Southern Miss is facing. Not the record to show for it, but at least this season, but they're still trying to figure out things as well. So, but that's kind of the overarching theme. Fight at the end of game 1. Southern Miss wins game 1. Southern Miss loses game 2. Jon'Benet, Ole Miss, Tuesday night in Pearl. Southern Miss lost 13-5 last time they played. First thoughts, the Rebels and the Golden Eagles.
Well, my first thought went back to the Super Regional when we had a heartbreaker of a loss, or they had a heartbreaker of a loss. It's going to be a tough game. I don't know how good the Rebels are this year, but hopefully they can use some of this hitting magic they had today to go towards that game at Ole Miss and maybe at least have some more runs and improve in that way.
Yeah, for sure. Ole Miss right now in a series with Florida. Actually, Hurston Waldrop, Southern Miss pitcher, pitching in that series. So Southern Miss looking forward to that Tuesday night. I will be there covering that game, so be looking for all of our coverage. That is it for me. That is Jon'Benet. I'm Dima Mixon. Thanks so much for watching our post-game reaction. Southern Miss loses game 2, wins game 1, wins the series. They're now 14-9 on the season and 3-3 in conference play. Thanks so much for watching.